Well, it's that time of year again. The time I try to exploit the algorithm's inevitable Super Bowl drama. So without further ado, on with the show. Seriously? We're doing this again? After what happened last year, we're doing this again? Fine. Hello. My name is... are you not going to interrupt me, or... Okay. My name is... Actually, sir, you little... Whatever. I'm cool. So, the Super Bowl has come around once again, and once again, the NFL decided to use mech armors for the mascots. Is this ever a good idea? No. Will that stop them from doing it? Also no. So, the day the Super Bowl comes, and literally everyone expected, it was the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Personally, I'm fine with the Eagles getting in, as it's been a hot minute since they've been in the Super Bowl. But the Chiefs, again, really? Look, I'm not saying that I believe in the conspiracy theory that the NFL is scripted, but if it is, they must have gotten some Hallmark Channel writers with how much this plotline has been repeated. Anyway, as one would expect from a matchup that everyone saw coming, no one was actually invested in the game. Yesterday, I saw a poll asking fans who they wanted to win the Super Bowl, and somehow Meteor Strike got the highest vote. So the audience is bored because before the game even starts, and becomes even more so as the game gets going. And unfortunately, the audience watching the actual game doesn't have the overly expensive commercials and movie trailers to keep them invested. But after the halftime show, some bloke in the audience gets an idea. The guy is a hacker, and, in order to make sure the game is actually interesting, decides to hijack the two mech armor mascots and force them to fight each other, BattleBot style. Of course, we don't know that the two mech armors were hacked, so we just think that it's two guys in mascot suits going crazy and deciding to have a tussle in the middle of the game. So the mech armor police come in. Or should I say, I come in. Most of the guys in my division, which is already understaffed as it is, decide to call off work to watch the game. However, I get called in because the high-ups think that I wouldn't mind dealing with the mess on my own because I'm British and don't care about football anyway. Which I don't, but that's besides the point. So I put on my mech armor and fly out to go deal with this mess. Once I got there, I got a decent look at both the mech armors. The first one was one I hadn't actually fought before, the Philadelphia Eagles mech. It looked very similar to the Ravens mech that I fought last year, only different colors and a slightly different model of wings. The other mech armor was one that I had fought the year prior, of course being the Chiefs mech. Only this time it had a slightly different model. The original mech had these strange bows on its arms, which honestly looked really weird. I'm not sure what exactly the designer was thinking. The mech armor, though, only had a crossbow attached to its back, which looked much better than whatever it was trying to do last year. Now, the obvious issue is that I was trying to fight two mech armors at once by myself, which is all but impossible. I tried for a few minutes, but found it to be impossible to separate them. So I decided to try my own strategy. The mech armor I had received from the agency was really cheap. It was barely even bulletproof. Because of this, I couldn't just hack into the other two mech armors and take control from there. However, I could hack into the armor's comms and talk to the guys inside, who were understandably freaking out. They explained that they were not in control and that someone had hacked their systems. At this point, I figured it would be easy to find the hacker, as he would be the only one actively on their phone during a crisis. Ha. Yep, literally everyone in the audience was trying to record the fight with little regard to their own safety. Of course, at this point, I was getting desperate, and decided to activate an EMP, which would shut down any electrical devices. This used to be common practice, but was now regarded as a risky move, since it also shut down our own mech armors. However, I had no other option. I activated the EMP, it worked, and all of the mech armors, including my own, shut down. I spotted a man running away from the scene of the crime and began chasing after him. However, I was bogged down by metal and the guy got away, likely planning to come back next year, just like the Chiefs. If you want to see more mech armors, comment below. But until then, goodbye, and I remember you all in therapy.